Today we're going to be playing a SULTAI control deck. Now, I've noticed in a lot of my recent videos that I've been cramming in a ton of Strixhaven's cards into those decks, and I think it's because subconsciously I know it's rotating out and it makes me kind of sad. But today's no different. We're focusing in on the Magecraft ability. So our three centerpiece cards today are going to be Professor Onyx, Witherbloom Apprentice, and Quandrix Apprentice. Now, along the way of casting instant and sorcery speed spells, we're going to be pinging our opponent's face, hopefully getting them down to 0 eventually in the late game, and then Quandrix Apprentice is going to be finding us lands along the way, thinning our deck out, hopefully getting us much better top decks. And the rest of the deck consists of some really great instant sorcery speed cards that we don't have to necessarily dive into all of those. We'll show a few here on the screen, but ultimately I'm really excited about this deck because I've seen Magecraft obviously get some shine in aggro, but never in this manner. And so I'm really excited to show it because it actually outperformed itself, and I'm super excited about the games we're about to show you guys today. But it was a lot of fun. We're gonna break the deck down in full as always at the end of today's video, so stick around for that. And in the meantime, there's a link in the description below for the full deck list. And if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like as well as a subscribe, both are free ways to help support the channel. I'd greatly appreciate that, guys. Enjoy today's gameplay footage. We'll see you back here at the end for the breakdown. Until then, guys, enjoy. Peace. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we have a Magecraft tribal deck for you in SULTAI. Very interesting deck. I've been playing it a little bit here and there, and it is very, very cool what this thing can do. It has ramp mechanics, you know, life gain mechanics, passive damage being dealt, but it's a pretty fun control deck that that utilizes obviously some really, really good you know, instant sorcery speed spells. Opening hand here is very, very strange. I don't think we can keep that, unfortunately. This is a lot better. Okay, perfect. This is actually a lot better. That first hand was cool. Obviously, never, you know, you never want to throw away Invoke Despairs, but in the early game like that, I think it's okay to drop. All right, let's see if the Apprentice can survive here. It looks like the opponent's on some Golgari, which definitely means potentially some removal down the line. Multiple choice is nice. Gives us some selections. Let's get in there for an attack. Did they miss a land drop? I believe they just did. Wow. Okay, so they're in a little bit of trouble here. And we've got, you know, Siphon Insight. And that's going to be game. Unfortunate for the opponent not being able to hit the third land drop in there. It is unfortunate. On to the next. All right, not exactly how we want to kick off today's video, but you know what? A win is a win, and, you know, we need to start climbing a little bit here because, you know, sometimes when you're messing around with decks trying to build something cool, it can tank your rank a bit. So excited to just climb with this thing. I feel like it's fairly decent, so we should be able to get some work here done today. Opening hand, pretty solid. We got all the colors we need, and you know, we can ramp up, which is really cool. You know, these Quandrix apprentices, well, not necessarily ramp up, but thin the deck out essentially by going through and pulling things out that we need. All right, finding us those land drops is going to be huge. And then another Siphon Insight, which is interesting. Looks like this might be runes, I'm guessing. Yep, it sure is. Okay, can we beat the runes deck? I think so. I'm gonna go and do this now and grab this land. We'll take your Jukai Naturalist and we will attack. Yeah, we will attack because we don't really want to block, plus the Kami is not something they want to lose. I guess they bring it back though from the graveyard, so they are thinking, okay, fine, we'll lose it, which is fine by me. I'll take that. That may seem strange, but we have two more and we slow them down significantly by putting the Kami into the graveyard, so I'll take it all day long. I think that's fine. Next turn we get down the Quandrix and the Witherbloom Apprentices. Actually, it's kind of nice though. Maybe I just play this and hold the counter spell. The counter spell could definitely be relevant here. I'm going to hold on to it because they might play out the Haunting Hollow or Hollowed Haunting on 3 mana, and it'd be a good counter. So let's see if we can pull that off. Oh, please play it. Haunting Hollow would be so good right now. that's not as it's not as good. Okay, unfortunate. Unfortunate. That does avoid the Jawari disruption. That though is a good counter. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. That's not a bad you know, consolation prize at all. Not at all. All right, we do lose the apprentice though, which is kind of important to the game plan. You know, we could do this for 4. It's pretty solid actually. But I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm actually just going to go for the apprentice here and then go for another siphon insight. Seems fine to me. Seems fine to me. Ramps, well, again, I keep saying ramp, but really it's just finding our mana, making sure we hit our land drops consistently, and go into multiple choice maybe next turn. Oof, that's a card. That's a card. That's also a card. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to be taking that from them for sure. We cannot allow that to stay on the field. That's fine. We'll take the damage. No big deal. You know what? Let's play this out, and then we'll play out the... Not that we're going to get it cheaper. Well, actually, we do get it cheaper. Look at that. All right. And we will play out the apprentice. Perfect. Now we're really going to be thinning out our deck here when we start playing our spells, because we got 2 apprentices on the field, which then once we start thinning out the deck and taking out all the lands that we can, you know, our top deck should be pretty sweet. 2 Jukai Naturalist is really bad for us. It's weird how they have the 2 Naturalist, even though we stole one off the top 2. So they're already 3 deep within the first 15 cards of their deck. So, I mean, that's good on them, but super unlucky for us. These Jukai Naturalists are basically their engine of their deck. So they still didn't get their Kami back yet. All right, they're gonna borrow time to borrow time, I would imagine. Yep, there you go. And they're really just, you know, sending it home with the +1 and tramples. Now, keep in mind, if we make any blocks here, they do get back a Kami, which could be a problem. I think I'm going to take 5 for now. I don't like it, but I think I'm going to take 5 for now. Definitely doing this for 4. And, oh, we missed a land. Fortunate. Okay, there's a land. Come on, something good. Another negate. Negate's not terrible. I mean, it can definitely hit a lot of things in their deck for sure. All right, we got a better creature now to block with. I'm down to make this trade all day. And if not, we gain the 2 life, so huge. All right, now we got the negates. Negates also triggering the apprentice and hopefully getting some more lands. Hopefully they try to play something spectacular here. That's good enough. Good enough. I just needed to get that negate down to trigger it again. All right, so come on, thin out the deck. Get, you know, really get these lands out of the deck so we can find some solid tools. Spirited Companion. That's going to draw them another card. And okay, cool. So they're going to give it, you know, the 1/1. I'm guessing again. They can't draw cards off of the Sunrise, which is really great for us. We have great blocks though with this 4/4, so I doubt they actually attack into us here. They might, but it seems like a mistake, to be honest. Not ideal. Not an ideal top deck, but it is, I guess, good enough because we're gonna start now gaining life. We still have the negate too, which is great. Doesn't really matter though with that flyer, does it? All right. Now they can draw cards too. Yep. Yikes. Okay. Gonna have to find like an Onyx or something here, man. That's not bad. This is a dragon though, right? Which means I can't use it on that. Okay. Okay. All right. Pass the turn. Pass the turn, pass the turn. I really hope they play something I can hit with this negate, man. I would feel so much better about myself if they did. Power word kill useless against this flyer, which is a bit of a bummer. They're still going for card draw, and which means they're probably going to only attack with the cave, I would imagine. Yep. Fair enough. We take 4. We're down to 2. Here's where things get, you know, become a nail biter. All right. Nope. Yes. Huge. Not that huge, actually. It's kind of huge. All right. Pull up that. Good argument to be said. I should have blown up the cave there, too. Either way. Memory deluge is good. That's very, very good. Let's hope we find something here. Okay, these go off. We get our lands. Beautiful. Okay. I mean, any of these really kind of help because we're gaining life now, which is it's the main thing, right? We're gaining life, which means we're getting out of the range of, you know, the cave. This is actually a really, really intense game here. I think we're in it, man. We're kind of in it. I don't know. I think it's this. Got to keep gaining that life. Keep thinning out the deck. We should be pretty close to out of lands in our deck. And then Containment Breach seems like a good idea. I think blowing up the their pump mechanic here is really good. And we're left with just 1 mana left open, which means we don't have a negate available, but we do have some great blockers now. And all they can still attack with here is the cave, which is, you know, it's a problem, but at least it's not a 4/4 and they're not drawing cards off of it anymore. So there's a lot to be said about that. Man, if we can find like an Invoke Despair maybe too, this is really good. I mean, we're sitting okay. We're gaining life every single turn with that apprentice, and it's not bad. I mean, the Invoke Despair actually might not be that good because then they just blow up their own borrowed time, which then opens up another borrowed time, which would be wild. That's actually so good for them that they have that underneath there. We'll take the 3. I mean, if they want to keep wasting their mana for that turn, I mean, just to create the 3/4, not expanding their board, I'll take that all day. Power word kill, solid. I really want to find... Oh, we know Invoke Despair's on top now. That's interesting. So maybe we go with this for 4. Remember, we don't think Invoke Despair is exactly as great as we thought, though. We know exactly how our cards are coming up. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Yeah, maybe we try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Hagra Mauling. It's actually instant speed removal. We can use that on their Cave of the Frost Dragon. We'll take it. Did we decline that? Probably, right? Yeah, I don't want them to be able to return anything to their hand because they'll just return a Spirited Companion. All right, we get this down. Power word kill. Take that out. And then we 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Hagra Mauling. Their next play. All right, and do we start attacking in here? I think so, right? Yes, we get in with you. We don't need these anymore, do we? Yeah, let's go ahead and send these in there. We're completely land out. Like we've gotten every land in our deck here. Oh man, what a game this is turning into, man. Runes is always a tough one to beat for sure. We've got a lot of really good answers now though in hand. We've got the Hagra Maulings. I am afraid of milling myself out. Actually, we're at 26, and let's just see. Let's take a look. The lands 3, 4, 5, 6. We only got 6 lands left in this deck. So 20 of these cards are going to be actual answers and threats that we can use. All right, they give up their Kami again, which I expected them to do because they did before. And they get it right back, but they're going to have to recast it now. Starting it back down again and eating up some mana. Just one card? Okay. Man, these apprentices really did their job. Really did the job of really, you know, thinning out the deck here. That's a negate all day. It's unfortunate. I would have rather have used that Hagra Mauling here, but I didn't expect them to sweep the board at all. All right, let's... That's unfortunate though, because our top deck is going to be another land here now. Now that we've cycled that back down. All of our Onyxes are at the bottom too. Yikes. All right, Memory Deluge it is. It's gonna have to be Memory Deluge here, so. Yep, we'll take that. And we'll take this and another Deluge, or do we want something else? Maybe negate, just in case they do try to do the board sweep again. We want to make sure we have some answers for that, because we're getting ahead now. We're actually kind of attacking in and stomping away their life total, so might be worth just holding that negate here and protecting the board. All right, let's go. We're gonna close this thing out, man. We're really gonna do this. Look how many lands we have in hand here. This is kind of crazy. How many cards in hand do I have? 9, so we're gonna discard 2. All right, they're gonna quadruple block this thing. That's fine. 4 for 1, I'll take it. I will take it. And I know I could Hagra Mauling one of those things and then save my 4/4, but I think I'm gonna save the Hagra Mauling for the land. So that's fine. Oh yeah, we gotta discard 2. 1, 2. So we know Cram Session's coming up next, and then Power Word Kill. This is a pretty good order and sequence. What's in the sideboard here that we can grab that we want? Mascot's probably the play. Also Introduction Annihilation, maybe to take out this. I don't know. A lot of things we can do. Touch of the Spirit Realm. Okay. That's a negatable spell, so I will do that. Does take away from the Hagra Mauling again though, so we are going to eat some damage here from the opponent's cave, which is fine. Not ideal, but it's fine. I'd rather, you know, protect the Witherbloom Apprentice, because it is the source of, you know, potentially lethal here if we can just keep ticking away with this damage. All right, let's go here. Auto pay that. Yeah, I think Mascot's the move here. If I Mascot, that leaves me with what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's fine. Auto pay. You go, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, get that in. They're probably gonna block, maybe double block even. You never know. Little double block action. Sure. That'll work. So they're officially out of cards in hand. They're officially out of creatures on the board, and all they have now is the cave, which I can blow up with this. And we've got such a wide board here that they would need to get a sweeper if they have any chance. And what do you think they top decked, guys? They top decked the sweeper. One card could have got him out of that mess, and they drew it. One card. It doesn't really matter though. We've come back so far into this game that there's really nothing they can do. We get Power Word Kill off the top next turn, which is not exactly what we want. What are the next couple of cards? Witherbloom, Invoke. All right. Power Word Kill it is. I'm sorry, Invoke Despair, not Power Word Kill. And they do have to give up an enchantment. Wow, they really should give up the Borrowed Time, because they have another Borrowed Time underneath it. That's theirs. I think they think we're going to be able to keep it, which we can't. It won't come back to my side. It'll definitely come back to theirs because they're the, the actual owners of the card. And then we have power word kill for the Kami. If it, maybe they throw down a rune on it, we can blow it up before the rune attaches itself. We haven't seen a single rune this entire game though. All right, we'll see ya. We will see ya. And then invoke despair for the win. And that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. We actually close this game out, even though they top decked the perfect card there at the end. We still close it out really, really strong. Dude, Magecraft is no joke. SULTAI Magecraft, man. This deck is pretty sweet. I can't lie. Pretty sweet. Yeah, you got to go with that. Now you're going to realize you get a borrowed time on your side of the field. All right, let's go. You love it. 19 life too. We were in trouble early on and we came all the way back to 19 life. All right, I did not expect that game to go that way. That was a long game. I still can't believe they got that sweeper off the top. I'm like, yo, there's only one card that saves them here for at least a little while longer, and they top decked it. All right, we keep this all day. We've got all the apprentices and some cheap spells. So I do want this one to come down because we need the mana. So we need blue green. There we go. I think that's the best land we could drop there because now we have blue or black choice depending on what we top deck next turn. Simic, huh? Little Simic action. I do like the memory deluge off the top here. That was nice. Are they gonna ramp? Probably, right? I would imagine. Seagate Restoration. Wow. All right, let's do it. Finding the land. The ramp. I keep saying the ramp. The the land finding begins. I don't know. I don't know what's going to be important here. I guess we go for our sciences just to be on the safe side for now. Nice, it lands. They're clearly holding priority over something. Maybe a fading hope or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, that comes in taps because it's a snarl. Fight rigging, okay. This takes care of that, but we're far away from being able to cast it, so need to find something else. There we go. What a top deck there. What a top deck. All right, we'll be seeing you. Mortality Spear takes care of that. Grab another land. It's going to be a black source, of course, because we want to make sure we can get to this Invoke Despair. All right, get in there for an attack. We're doing the thing, man. We're doing the thing. This is a very, very consistent game plan. The fact that, we have 8 of these apprentices that can, do certain things like this for us is really, really good. All right, we need to find something again. A second fight rigging is not good. We got to hope that they don't drop something with 6 power next turn because I don't think we're going to be able to take care of this back to back. Not like we just did. I guess power word kill though is a really good instant speed answer in case they do drop something big enough. So let's go with Witherbloom Apprentice here and just attack in and look to power word kill this next turn. Whatever it is that they decide to drop. They do have 6 potential mana to use though, which is a lot. And if it's not a 6-powered creature, we can just wait and then just invoke despair and cleanly answer both problems here. We'll see though. We'll see what this next drop turns out to be. It's got to be a creature, I would imagine. Okay. Just double fight rig, huh? Okay. Fair enough. It'd been really cool if some of these lesson spells would have been instant speed, man. Like the environmental sciences at instant speed here would be so broken and good. All right, let's go here. Let's go get a containment breach, yeah? Yeah, let's get a containment breach. I don't intend on playing the containment breach right now, but I am gonna grab it, and we'll hold the power word kill for whatever creature they decide they want to play out. All right, just keep getting these lands, man. Just keep grabbing them. Keep on grabbing them. Let's go ahead and get a green source. We're lacking in the green. I mean, we're beating them down too right now, man. They're down to 9, and these apprentices are doing their jobs for sure. Yeah. These apprentices are doing a really great job of just, you know, pinging them to death. All right, here comes their big play. Ward 2. Oh, okay. Well, I can't kill it. And it is a 6-powered creature, which means they're now going to have a fantastic board state. Wow, I didn't expect the turtle. I'm not going to lie. I probably should have, obviously. Oh, things are going to get weird here. That's got to go. That's got to go. Consuming Tide. Each player chooses a non-land permanent they control. Return all non-land permanents not chosen to their owner's hands. We'll take the Wizard Bloom command. All right. Seems like a weird card to put underneath the fight rigging, though, to be honest. I guess because they can replay the fight rigging, that makes kind of sense, but it just seems strange. All right. They're down to 3. We hit them for 2 more here just to be on the safe side. And all we got to do... Oh, there's the skip. All right. GG's. Let's go, man. What a solid game that one was. Pretty easy, honestly. Never really didn't have it. Man, I'm surprised I waited this long to play this archetype, because obviously with the rotation coming up, all of these cards are going to be gone. So it's nice to just get a run in here with them now. But what do we do with this hand? I don't think we can keep it. I don't think we can keep it. Cram Session's nice. Okay, this is fine. We haven't seen an Onyx this entire time, which is kind of crazy. So we'll definitely keep this one. Man. You know, it's funny too, as I said that, and now I'm starting to think Onyx is the card we should be throwing back. Gosh, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I do think Onyx is the card we throw back. I hate to say it, but we got 2 black sources already. We could get to an Invoke Despair pretty easily here. Is it colors? Yeah, I don't think Haggard Mauling is going to be relevant here against Is it colors. This might be a bad matchup for us altogether. We'll see. Maybe not. It's just that if I don't have, you know, the apprentices in the opening hand, it does feel a little bit worse. All right, that's fine. Take the Mortality Spear. All right, let's go Cram Session, and then it looks like this might be a very relevant card, so let's grab it. Go ahead and make me discard again. See how you like it. Take your pick. Take your pick. There we go. Little teachings action. We get 2 more cards, and we're getting ever closer to the Invoke Despair, which is a lot of card draw as well, depending on what they play. They could play out an enchantment here, though. Fable, the Mirror Breaker, seems like it would be in this deck. Seeing that they are Grixis. Grixis runs Fable and the Mirror Breaker in almost every matchup. Okay. Again, pretty annoying. Shoot. Man, I don't want to give up the Onyx, dude. They're really forcing me to get rid of these Onyxes, huh? All right, come on. All right, we just need to play this for a black source and we're good to go. So let's find a green source here. All right, Invoke Despair about to make a play. We're at 27 life total, so these little 1/1s are absolutely no threat to us. We don't really care at all about what they're doing. We're doing something much better here, so have at it. Looks like they maybe missed a land drop. Could be good. I am afraid of counter magic, though. Should I be worried about playing this Invoke Despair into something that counters? Possibly. Okay, nope, not anymore. I don't. All right, so Invoke Despair hits both the Expert and one of these Obnixilis. Hopefully they just... Yeah, that's a bit of a bummer now. Well, I guess it's not that big of a bummer. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Decline. take one of these creatures out, one of these obs out, and then we draw a card. Hopefully a really good card. Hopefully a Memory Deluge. That's good. That'll work. That'll work. That'll at least hopefully find us a Memory Deluge. That's our third Onyx, by the way. One of them's, you know, near the bottom. Oh, we reshuffled. And then one of them's in the graveyard. All right, they're only at 4 mana right now. And 3 cards in hand. But their board looks really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have plenty of mana now to play out the Onyx, which feels great. Tough matchup, man. Very, very tough matchup here. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man. They get a duress off the... Oh, what a joke. All right, well, that happens. That's crazy. I really, really hate it when it's like the opponent just seems to have like one of 3 potential perfect cards to play against you at all times. It's crazy. Duress is just wild there. All right, we do need some help now, though. We got to get this Memory Deluge going or something so we can get back into this game. I don't mind discarding a land here to the Ob if I have to, but I'd rather not, though. Let's just decline. I could take a bit of damage here for a while. Ob's kind of going off for the opponent here, though. Yikes. We're in trouble. We're definitely in trouble. I would imagine at this point, not knowing these 2 cards in hand, that the opponent's probably going to try some sort of hand hate spell, which is good. They're going to miss, which is great. Man, I can't believe we didn't get that Onyx off. That feels so bad.
Pleasure doing business with you.
All right, we've got a lot of really good spells, though. Okay, whew, thank goodness. Thank goodness. We do have Void Jawari Disruption, too, so this is good. Let's go. Huge. But I have a feeling they have some sort of instant speed removal for it. But, oh, goodness. Not ideal. It might be worth it, though. I mean, if they have a 4 mana removal here, like a Baleful Mastery or something, I do have Jawari, but typically Planeswalker removals these days are going to be all 3 mana spells, Hero's Downfall and whatnot. That's pretty big. Make them discard a card and then, you know, Jawari this. That's really good. They discarded Duress. Love that. Interesting that they discard Duress after we plus the Onyx. You know, we probably have a Duressable spell. All right. I want them to think this is important to me, so that they use up another discard type spell out of their hand. They keep highlighting Onyx, which is making me very, very nervous. Hopefully it's just because they're antsy. All right. Oh, I can't believe we got the Onyx back down. That was our last one, too. That was our last hope. And now we have so much mana to work with. If we find like a Memory Deluge with it, that'd be so clutch. Top decking lands is not ideal. There's a Memory Deluge. All right, here we go. Definitely Invoke Despair. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the land. That's pretty good, actually. Multiple choice. Invoke Despair. Boom. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do the Invoke Despair first. Or I could play this for blue and go with this first. I think I'm gonna go with the Invoke Despair first. All right, take care of the Onyx. I gotta get rid of that Onyx. That's too much of a problem to deal with right now. So we take care of the Onyx. We take care of the Devil. Power Word Kill, not a bad card off the top. All right, we're back in the driver's seat. This took a long time to get here, but we are back in the driver's seat. Opponent's hand hate stuff was doing really, really good stuff for them. I think honestly the Jawari on the big score was pretty clutch too, man. That helped a lot, and the fact that they're not finding any mana. But we were getting flooded at the beginning, though, so to be fair, kind of equal ground on that front. All right, they go for the Onyx, which is definitely understandable. Onyx's minus ability is 3, so we can't do it, otherwise it'll die. So we will have to find something for this. Actually, this is actually a really solid spell for it, so. All right, and we go for it. Let's do this for 1, 2, 3, 4. Max it out. That's not a bad card either. Let's just keep taking those. Yes, return that to your hand. Thank you. One of these. And I'm pretty sure the game's over now. We're just kind of going through it at the moment. We're going to get the Flame Blast bolts. And we're going to say go. This deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and then it also will exile those things if they die. So huge. If they replay the Graveyard Trespasser, I know I've got them. Because if that's their best play and if that's their best spell in hand that they're going to recast that, I definitely think I've got them here. Back to 18, by the way. So taking the damage from the Ob Nixilis, I think, was the right call. We have so much life gain in this deck. That's fine. All right, more life gain, more damage. Love it. Let's speed the process up a bit. Plus this, we're down to 26, and we'll take another apprentice here. Auto pay. Look at how much damage we're doing now. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Past the turn. We need more blue. We don't have enough blue mana here to be doing enough siphoning insights, but it's totally fine. We're up to 5 loyalty on the Professor Onyx, so we can just minus the Onyx to kill something next turn, but they scoop it up anyways. They see the writing on the wall. I mean, this is getting pretty lopsided pretty quickly. But man, the beginning of that game, they had us hurting badly. That will conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We are going to break the deck down now in full, but before I do so, I want to give a huge shout out to every single person who's made it this far into the video. It helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm when you stay this long, so I do appreciate that a lot. And with that being said, guys, let's take a look at today's deck. Yeah, man, a lot of fun. Obviously, Magecraft is such a cool mechanic. Obviously, we've seen a lot of shine being shown in the aggro side of Magecraft, but never really in the control fashion like we played it today, at least from what I've seen. Maybe someone's out there has done it before, I'm sure. There's no way I could be the first one doing this one. Is about to rotate out, but I personally haven't seen it much of anywhere, so we wanted to give it a try today. And obviously the centerpiece being Professor Onyx is how we started this deck off. This is a card I've been wanting to play before it rotated out one more time, because this was one of my favorite cards when it came out for a long time. We overplayed this card probably more than any other in this current standard, but wanted to tie this in with some more control cards, focusing on like Witherbloom Command, because it has a very similar Magecraft ability of pinging your opponent's life total, which is great. But I also thought, the Quandrix Apprentice made a lot of sense too, because not only was it another cheap creature, but it also, helps us find land drops, which is really big, honestly. If you think about casting spells and then being able to just grab a land every single time, that's really good. Again, it thins out the deck. It helps our top decks, obviously, a lot better. And we never are short on mana, and we can always grab what we need to get to more complicated spells like Invoke Despair, which requires 4 black sources. So I thought this was a really great addition to the deck, and it worked out really well. I actually had some other Magecraft cards in here along the way as well. Let me go ahead and type in Magecraft here and show you which ones I had, but they didn't work out. I'm just gonna go ahead and explain what we had thrown in here at first. So we had the Archmage in this deck, which allowed us to draw a card every time we cast a spell. It was really cool. It once we got it going, it was insane. It was really good. But I found that just casting Memory Deluge straight up was just a little bit better than the Archmage, to be honest. We tried the Dragon's Guard Elite. We also tried the Witch at one point, but throwing in a couple of what was it? The Plumb the Forbiddens. But it just, none of that stuff was working. It was just a little too complicated, a little bit too heavy on the mana, and these things were easily targeted for removal. So we stuck to some cheap interactive creatures early on, just 2 of them, and then decided, you know what, let's just go full bore, full on control, just throw in a bunch of instant sorcerer speed spells, and hopefully we can get the job done with just those 3. And it worked really nice. It actually played a lot better that way. So as you can tell, we obviously had 2 Invoke Despairs for our top end We do need a lot of removal in this deck, so we decided on Power Word Kill has been really good for us. But just in case, we also have Mortality Spear, which is a really good choice because we are gaining life with the Apprentice and the Onyx as we go. And we also have spells like Cram Session that gain us life. So the Mortality Spear a lot of the times is only going to be 2 mana to remove anything we want off the battlefield, which is super cool. And then we talked about Power Word Kill. We have Cram Session, like I said. We'll show you the sideboard we went with here in a second. But Cram Session just gains us 4 life straight up, allowing us to learn, which keeps us alive to the late game. We also splashed in 1 Hagra Mauling for some more removal, and then our counter magic we went with 3 negates, 1 Jawari Disruption, so a little bit of counter action there to protect things like the Onyx and maybe potential board sweeps. And then Siphoning Insight was really, really nice, just to kind of steal off the top of our opponent's decks to help us, find mana, but also maybe beat them with their own win cons, which is pretty cool. And then we have Multiple Choice, a card I haven't played yet, but honestly, very, very good, especially when we have all the mana to work with that we need. If we're not missing land drops, this thing is actually really, really cool. Only paying 5 to get, a 4, powered creature, drawing a card and then bumping one of your opponent's creatures back to their hand. It's actually not too bad at all. It actually worked out really, really nice. But that's the deck in total, guys. It's really, really interesting. And I didn't think it would be very good, to be honest. I'm sorry. I always do this. Where's that? Yeah, there it is. I'm all over the place. I hit every button. Anyways, this is the sideboard we have here. I used to have a different camera angle for this particular part, where I'd be down here in the bottom left, but I forgot I took it off a long time ago, so I always mess those buttons up. But anyways, we have 2 Environmental Sciences, 1 Teachings, 1 Containment Breach, 1 Pest Summoning, 1 Introduction to Annihilation, and 1 Mascot. All of these obviously triggering our Magecraft mechanics. But yeah, again, you guys saw the gameplay footage. This thing outperformed itself, in my opinion. I thought it would be a little bit tough, especially with no sweepers in the deck. Obviously, you can add sweepers if you want, but if you're going to play sweepers, it's probably going to be something more like a Meat Hook Massacre, to be honest. And if you run a Meat Hook Massacre, it didn't make a lot of sense with the Magecraft mechanic. And then if you run things like Shadow's Verdict, it just eats up your Witherblooms and your Quandrixes. There's just no real great way to run sweepers. So I decided that, just have enough life gain, have enough, spot removal, and take out the big things when needed, and you should be okay in most positions. But yeah, I'd say that's one of its biggest weak points. But again, it played a lot better than I expected. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun playing this one. And again, I'll probably be playing it a little bit on the stream later today. If you guys don't know, we are going live tonight. It is Wednesday, so we'll be live at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, if you guys want to look that up. And if not, hit that notification bell. It'll let you know when we go live here on YouTube. But yeah, guys, that'll conclude today's video. As always, we're going to give a huge shout out at the end of every video to the Marty Mob. If you guys don't know, the Marty Mob is the membership program here on the channel, and I want to give these people a huge shout out as always, and let them know just how much I appreciate their their patronage and support on the channel. So thank you guys so very much for everything you guys do for me and helping support and grow the channel. And if you guys want to learn more about what the Marty Mob is exactly, you can hit the join button down below, or there's a link in the description. But as always, huge appreciation and thank you to them. And that will conclude today's video. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for another one. And if not, I'll see you guys tonight at the stream maybe. And until next time, guys, we'll see you. Enjoy. Peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah.